Bit of rationalizing going on here. Plenty of guys have brothers, fathers killed, etc., and took it as part of the life they lived. Vlad didn't spend his life in the streets. I didn't either. What does it matter what we do? We're citizens. Would you have cooperated if you weren't jammed up and out on the streets? Probably not, I'm guessing. Yeah, I never would have cooperated. Never. If they weren't going to kill my father, I never would have cooperated. And I don't believe guys that had brothers and fathers killed, they just chalk it up to the life. Maybe they were on the street, or maybe whatever the case is. I've never heard of a situation where you got the son in jail, they want to kill somebody on the outside. So they'd have to respond back to me and let me know, maybe you got some similar stories that you heard of. Frankie, well, you weren't the one who saved Gioia's life by pulling him out of a bar as he was getting set up to get clipped. Oh, man. No, I wasn't the one.
Do you know who was?
But I did save Gioia's life, but I don't remember an incident pulling him out of a bar,
Indirectly.
I remember an incident where I was pulling him out of a car where he was going to get clipped, so I saved him out of a car, not a bar.
Not a bar. So he heard bar.
So maybe he heard bar.
Maybe. Yeah, that happens. But it was a car you pulled him out. And why were they trying to clip him? Do you know? Do you remember?
That's a long story.
Is it? Okay. Timothy O'Reilly, 6675, very interested in hearing the business stories.
Me too. That's what I really want to talk about, but I can't because, again, I'm on federal supervised release, got another 16 months. Can't discuss the case, the particulars of the case, but to me, that's more interesting than this mob stuff. I mean, we'll get through the mob stuff. You'll hear stories that you haven't heard before. And what I like to tell is stories that I have first-handed knowledge where I was involved or I was right there, because everything else after that's an opinion.
Right. Well, I think everybody appreciates that about you, Frank, that you are talking at first-hand experience, and everybody's starting to pick up on that. So, and you're very real when you tell the stories.
Right, and I'm more interested in the business side of things, too. There's a lot we could... I think it's a bigger story than the mob stuff, but we'll get to it.
We'll get to it in due time, everyone. We will.
Thanks for another Deborah Benazzi 898. Thanks for another wonderful episode. You're welcome. I think we met you on Mulberry Street, Cafe Biondo, the late '80s. Chick It Eddie introduced. I know what Cafe Biondo is on Mulberry Street. Could be. Hit me back up and give me some more detail.
Yeah.
Chick It Eddie introduced. I don't know
who that is, but yeah, you probably met her and she remembers it.
Doggy Rattray 4685. Hey, Frank and Sonny and the other dude. And joined us from Scotland, fascinated to hear about Gus Faraci, Yes, and Vic, Some Life. What was Al Darcy like? Read his book, seemed a bit of a oddball.
That's a good question. Thanks for watching. Wow. Scotland.
Now, Al wasn't an oddball. He was, I would say he was more eccentric.
Okay.
I
think a lot of guys were at that time.
Yeah, I mean, he had his quirks like everybody else, but he wasn't like an oddball where, oddball what you think of, you know what I mean?
Right, he wasn't dressing weird and doing weird stuff, swinging golf clubs that weren't there.
No.
I get what you're saying.
No, it was...
yeah, that's pretty funny. But I love the fact that they're watching in Scotland, Frank. What do you think of that? That guy's from Scotland. And he knows the show. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Pretty cool.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So here we are at the end of our question session.
I think we went through 90-something questions.
Something like that.
Not bad. Looking forward to a lot more. And I think everything went good.
Yeah. I'm thankful for the audience for the questions, and hopefully we answered them properly. But what you've done is induce some new stories and got us thinking. And as Frank said during some of these questions, there's a lot here. So be prepared for some great stories coming your way.
So before we wrap up, there's this one guy I noticed, out of the 90-something questions we answered. There's this one guy, Ryan Evans.
Yep.
At least that's his handle.
Right.
We don't know if that's his real name or not.
Right.
He seems to have predominantly the most questions out of the 90-something questions we answered.
He had some good ones.
And you know what? A lot of them I couldn't get into detail. A lot of them I couldn't answer because they were, I need more clarity on.
Right.
So Ryan, if you're watching this, which I'm, probably will, reach back out to us, drop some in the comments, and look forward to hearing from you soon.
Yeah.
Also, too, what stood out to me was there was about 4 or 5 people that he mentioned that I didn't know. Maybe he could give me some knowledge or what he knows about them.
Yep.
And then we could take it from there, start a conversation.
Yeah, I like that idea.
In the meantime, I'm beat up.
Yep, it's been
I'm ready to go back to the east side.
Well, I'll see you when I see you, my brother.
See you.
God bless you.
In the game, Uno. Shout out to my Usos, killing bills like Uma. Balls travel from Pluto, big truck soprano, gabagool and.